Hello and welcome to Invest 21's channel. Today we will have a look at how the week has fared so far and also for the outlook for the next week. Right. So now we get to see that uh, all the major indices have performed negatively. Right. With the worst being as Nifty small cap at minus 3.51%, followed by Nifty mid cap and then mid cap select. Right. And we saw that a small outperformance in sectoral indices could be attributed to Nifty Financial Services, Nifty Bank, and Nifty Pharma. And you can see that Nifty Media, Realty, and IT, respectively, are the worst performers, right? So now, when you come down and have a look at the FII and the DII data, we have seen, and we can notice over here that FIIs have been the net sellers so far for the week. You can also find the latest action, and you can also see amongst Nifty 50, which have been the weekly top gainers and the top losers, with top losers being Nestle, Trent, Reliance, Tech Mahindra, and IndusInd Bank. And the best performers have been ICICI, Cipla, HDFC Life, Hindalco, and SBI Life, right? So now we get to see that we also designed a simple graphical representation of the outperformers and the underperformers so that this gives you an idea into why these stocks are kind of outperforming and why some of them are underperformed. So you can easily spot that ICICI, Cipla, and HDFC have clearly outperformed the Nifty benchmark, and the underperformers have been Trent, Nestle, and Reliance. Right. So this is a good indication of the top performers and the losers. So now, when we take a look at the VIX, we get to see that when VIX was increasing, we see that the index was falling. Right. So now coming back to the technicals, we will have a look at in a tough and a challenging week so far, we will first have a look at these and how they are poised from a weekly time frame. Because they can, if volatility persists, you can expect pharma to kind of hold the ground for the rest of the market. You see. So let us first take a look at Nifty Pharma and yeah. So now we get to see that Nifty Pharma is forming up a bullish pattern for the time being, and this is on a weekly time frame, right? So you can expect Nifty to stay well within the upper zones of the market, and it is well above 20 DM, right? Now let us have a look at Nifty Financial Services. Right. So now we get to see that Nifty Financial Services Index is pretty much within the sideways, but it also is still bullish despite on a weekly time frame, despite the rest of the week being in a very bad shape for the other sectors. So now coming back to the mainstream of Nifty 50, now we get to see that the 20 DMA is at 24,337, whereas the current market price is about 24,837, right? And there is further scope that it can lean into 20 DMA or take the support of it. It's yet to be seen, but you should watch out for these levels at 24,300, right? As far as Bank Nifty is also concerned, we get to see that the price of the index from a weekly time frame is fairly away from that of the 20 DMA. So you should be expecting the price to lean into 20 DMA before making up your mind to go long, right? So you have to have the support of technicals. It could be 20 DMA, you could probably use it to 14 DMA. But I would say that you should be always be experimenting with your moving averages depending upon the time frames. The higher the time frame, sometimes you can always take a look at lower moving average, so that the price is somewhat more smoother and more responsive to the latest prices. So let us check for Nifty Bank, where on a weekly basis we look at 14 days, right? So now we see that on a 14-day time frame, can the market hold the ground for itself? Is a question that we have to ask. Now let us have a look at Nifty 50. Okay. So as far as Nifty 50's 14-day DMA is concerned, 14 days at about 24,850, and the closing price of the week has been slightly underneath 24,837. So this is certain indication and yet to be seen, but I would be very cautious because I would personally prefer always the support from a longer time frame can be overruled over a shorter technical that you kind of take into consideration. So there's no hard and fast rule. So it really depends upon the one that who's reading the chart, or what kind of view the person is taking up, and so on and so forth. But if you ask me, I would actually wait for the price to come into the lapse of 20 DMA, right? And then think about it, right? So is the case for Bank Nifty. Now coming to the IT, I believe that IT has still room to sort of correct for itself, and it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So there's no need to rush into the IT as a sector. I believe the bulk of pain is yet to be priced in. Majority of it may be priced in already, but you have to wait for more time. At least give it 2 to 3 weeks of time frame, so that you are in a better position to have a look at it, right? So a critical level for IT index would be somewhere at about the 200 DMA level, which is at 33,704, as compared to the current closing price at 35,623.75, right? Um, all right, that's it for this video. Happy investing, happy trading. Like, subscribe, and share our channel. Thank you.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.